Hi there guys and girls, and thanks for watching. In this little spoken video, I thought I'm gonna show you one of the licks I used in this solo, and something I use a lot, and it's a chromatic idea. And it's more of a tool than a lick, so it's not just one thing that you can use, you know, in a particular way. You can use it any way you want, and you know, use it as a building block in your jamming and soloing. So I'm referring to this kind of thing. I'm just going to assume that you know the A minor pentatonic scale. I'm also going to assume that you know one or two licks, like a typical blues licks, you know. Or, you know. There's a whole bunch of them. And what I'm going to show you is how to interconnect those common blues licks with a more fresh sounding chromatic approach. And that's exactly what I did in the beginning of this solo as well. So let's just look at the chromatic part of this idea. We're starting on the 8th fret and we're doing this kind of thing. Okay, so I was using mostly pull-offs there and picking every time I move to a new string. The technique here is not really important. You should do whatever is easiest to you. But the point is, I'm playing this pattern and then I'm transitioning into a standard kind of bluesy lick. And that's what creates the effect, because the chromatic part of this lick is very colorful. It sounds pretty bad if you ask me. But we're sort of transitioning through it and we're targeting a strong sounding lick. And that's actually the whole concept, and that's what you should try to grasp. We're first playing something that's colorful and that sounds wrong, and then we're landing into something that sounds strong and good. And a lot of times strong and cool sounding phrases are built that way. It's the tension and release kind of thing. You first present something that's bad sounding so that you sort of grab the listener's ear, and then you're turning it into something nice sounding, and you're sort of, you know, in a way showing the listener that you know what you're doing. You can take them from one place to the other and land them safely. So let's see if we can land safely here. So that could be one way of doing it. So slowly, I'm going down. And then I'm moving into the 5th fret here on the G string. And here I'm starting a, you know, blues lick of your choice. So you do that, or you could just do something. Let's try it with that simpler way of doing it. So it doesn't have to be difficult. You know, the second part of the lick does not have to be difficult. The chromatic part is a little bit difficult because you have to use that kind of fingering, and if you're not used to that, that's going to require some practicing. But the end of the lick can be extremely simple. So what I just show you, like a Chuck Berry pattern. You know, and once you grasp the concept, then you can take it anywhere. So for instance, that kind of descending thing, you can start it from anywhere. So let's say you wanted to go down to this root note in the A minor pentatonic scale. You could do it from here as well. So or if you want to transition to some other lick, what would that be? And you can do the same way, same thing, but not descend, and instead ascend, and use the exact same chromatic thing, but play it the other way around. And then we're going up. So if we were to do that, starting from a note in the pentatonic scale, for instance here, on the 5th fret, our pattern would be... And then we can add a blues lick. So that's a neat way of going in and out of standard licks, but adding a lot of color and unpredictability. Because typically the listener won't really expect that Flight of the Bumblebee effect in the middle of a blues solo. And I like shocking people, so I try to do that kind of stuff. And you can do the exact same thing, with chromatic arpeggio shapes or whatever. There's a whole world to explore if you start realizing the possibilities there are when adding strange stuff to next to cool stuff, and you're sort of mixing two different colors and you get a new color that's unique to you, and that's sort of the goal. Cool, so I hope this was helpful. I'd love to do more of these, so please just let me know what areas you think I should cover, and I'll cover them in future videos. And until then, you can jam over this backing track, and you can stream it for free. I'll post a link below, and it's in the F minor pentatonic scale. So you can try all these concepts in the F minor scale. So that's what I did, I think. You can jam away. It's a lot of fun. So do jam over this backing track, and please let me know if this was useful to you. And just in general, the more feedback I get from you, whether it's good or bad or vague or concise or anything, the easier it is for me to come up with cool content for you. Obviously, I don't want to be sitting here doing stuff that nobody watches. I'd much rather just jam away. But if I know that there is a need and I can see that there are several people requesting something, then that will be a clear indication for me I should sort of dive into that. So please do comment. That'll help me make awesome stuff for you. Have a good one. See you. Cheers.